you look at the question paper. The question paper says use the report writer assistant to create the summary of budget, income and expenses for eco, well, whatever company you called it, right? So here is where you go about finding the report writer. Please pay attention to it now. See under view, that tab called view. Look at these commands here, right? And you're going to find general ledger. Do you see general ledger? And then below all these commands here, below tax, below listings, is your report writer. See how it's snugged away there at the bottom. So let's do it again. You go to a view, you go to a general ledger, and you will then go to what? Report writer, because that's what you're going to use, correct? So when I click on report writer, I want you to be very attentive, right? Your report writer has various options, okay? And you need to look at the one that's going to be most appropriate to your question paper. Look at the second line on your question paper in brackets. What does it say? What does it say? Create a what? So they're telling you to use this here. Can you see it? Can you see the third one now? This is to print. This is to create a new report from scratch. That's the third radio button. Are you okay so far? Yeah. Then you're going to click next, and then you'll notice a selection has already taken place. There's number 9 that's available. What it means is that there are 8 other report writers that have been used up. Yours will be number 9. Then you will automatically get selected by default. Then you're going to click next. Now, when you clicked on next, there's the general ledger report writer. Okay, so you must be very careful when you're typing in now. Automatically by default, it says report 9. We cannot leave it as report 9. You look at your information. What does it say? What does it say? So you're going to now, in capital letters, you're going to put summary of income and expenses. You got it? Watch your spelling. It's important. And on the next line, you're going to put on. You notice all are capital letters. Hashtag E. Have you noticed that now? That hash symbol E. That's line 1 and line 2. The next one says index description under processing. It says you type in here, not report line, remove report line. In capital, what will you write? Type in. There it is. Now, be careful of your spelling. It's important to spell correctly. Estimates, right? Okay, here it is now. And then you look at the report type. It says what? So you are on the right one. You have already, by default, it comes to multiple columns. Rounding, what does it say here? So you have to be mindful that it's got other options, but you are guided by the question paper. Note referencing column. It says, what do you understand of a tick here? What do you understand of a tick here? It's yes. So you have to, what must you do with this check mark here? Untick it. Can you see it? And then it tells you to save. Right? If it doesn't tell you in the question paper, it doesn't mention save, you must ensure that you save this report part, this first part of it. When you save it, you will notice it will give you a small little pop-up box. Error will come up. You can click OK. It's just warning you to say you haven't defined certain things. Watch now. When I click save, see it says warning, no columns defined. Okay, so it's reminding you. That's fine. We are happy with that. Click OK. Now we have saved it, the first part, and now we go to next. So each time you complete a page, you must save. Are you with me? Now, when it comes to report writer, the secret is to de-accelerate, to reduce speed, to ensure that you type in exactly as stated on the question paper. No deviations, no errors, because that error will cost you. And bear in mind, the report writer is 21 marks and 6 marks for the format, making a total of 27 marks. That's a lot of marks, right? So it says column 1, it says last year. But in our day by default on the computer, it says this year. So you don't need to worry about opening here. You don't need to open this here. If you wish, you're welcome. But what you can do is just type in L. When you type in L, it changes to last year. Having said that, you get this year, last year, this year's budget, last year's, so you choose last year. You're welcome to open that box, the drop down arrow there. Then it comes automatically fixed periods, and it says from 1, from 12. You are really creating a report writer. You're using the language that's incorporated in Pastel to design a report. And you'll see the report just now. Your heading there is going to be April. Everything is important and significant. Your heading 2 will be 2022. Are you with me so far, guys? The second one, it says this year's budget. So you can open up this, click on this down arrow and choose this year's budget. Can you see it? Right. Be mindful you select correctly. And it says fixed period 1 to 12. And what does it say here? June and 2022. Right? Those are all grayed off, so you don't need to worry about it. Your third row, column variance. Click on that, and now I don't see the column variance. What must I do? Click at the slider here. You see? There it is now. See? Column variance. Are you with me so far? Then you're going to change this from 1 to 2. See that? And you're going to now put in a heading variance. Now, bear these headings in mind. April 2022, June 2022, variance, and you're going to click amount. Just keep those in mind. Now we have completed the first 3 lines. All right. And we're done with that part of the question paper. You must make sure that you click save. Okay. So why we go to the bottom line or the next line is simply because you are now capturing whatever is above line 4. In other words, line 1, line 2, line 3 gets captured. Now we're going to click save. And we move on to the next one. Now here, I need you to be very mindful now that you cannot make an error. I will recommend the use of a ruler when you are typing in this here. I said I will recommend that because you can make mistakes and you can leave out a line and that will cost you a row or a line. It's going to cost you marks and your report will be wrong. So you key in 2, your print will be Y. Are you following me? Right, you just click key in Y, right? It'll save you some time. Then it will be C. You don't need to open this down, don't need to click on this down arrow. You can just type in C. See that? Suppress, you're going to click no. Are you following? Description will be income. See that? And you get to the next one now. Leave that formula down. Oh, that's nothing. There's no formulas there, so you can ignore it. We're moving on to the next part now, right? Are you okay so far? Right. Let's look at the next one. What is it? What does it say there? Just making these columns a bit user-friendly here, making them bigger. So how many? 1. So you get onto this one here. 1. And what's it? Yes. And C is already there. Can you see it's following what's on the top? And the formula here was going to be CM03. And subtotal will be 1. And your action will be add automatically. It comes in there. So can you see how it's just falling in place now? Right? It's quite simple, and you can get your 27 marks, which is a lot of marks. The next line is 1. You following? You got Y, you got credit, you got N. Now here's the important thing now. Be attentive now. Look at your question paper. What do you see there? Underscore. Congratulations. You see underscore SC. Ensure that you use underscore. And where do you find underscore? Shift, and next to the keyboard, next to the equals to sign, next to the 0. Do you see there? There is, next to that, above the dash is the underscore. See, above the dash. I'm talking about the keyboard, not the number part of that keyboard, right? Then you can see shift and underscore there. And now you're going to click enter, and you're done with that line there. You following so far? 1, yes, credit, no, and formula, taught, 1, no space. Have you noticed that? 1 and add comes automatically. You following me? Next one, 1, right? Yeah, yes, credit, no, correct. Then underscore DC. See how important that is. Let's move to the next line. Too fast? 2, yes. Y, D. Now you change to D. See, I just type D, it automatically selects. You don't need to open that under that drop down arrow, but you're welcome to do that also. No. What else now? Operating costs. Operating costs. Right. See that? So I'm going to make this slightly bigger so we can see it clearly now. There it is, operating cost. Okay. And what is it there? Nothing else. You move to the next line. 1, yes. Debit, N, and formula CB04. Now, we move to the next one. 1, yes. Debit, no, and underscore DC. SC. Right? Got it? Next one. We're almost there now. 1, yes. Debit, N, no, and your formula CT04. Right? CT04. Yes. Right? Let's move on to the next one. 1, YDN underscore DC. Right? Is it right? No. Do you see now here? See that? Are you following? So you have to be mindful of what you're doing. Right? CB04. Got it? It's 0. It's 0. The number 4. Just like the number 03. You got it? Right. Now you quickly do a little count of the lines to ensure that you have captured everything. You following me? If you get stuck, just go here and go down. Let's see what happens now. Let's save it. Let's save it. And here it is now. So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And a quick glance, it'll probably take you 10 seconds or so. You have your credit status, and your 2 is where the start of the debits is, and you're going down. See? Yeah, that's just a quick check. Underscore SC, underscore DC, underscore SC, underscore DC, CM03, TOT 01, CB04, right? A quick check, and these are all in order. We saved it, and now we have completed the capturing part. Now we go to start, right? If you have made a mistake, you can go and edit this report. You see, you click next, but you see these are the 8 that I talked about already being used. Your one is June estimates number 9, you see, and you get your report exactly as you had typed it, Make your change if you have any changes to be made, and that's it. Right, so you get back to start. Now it says use the report writer assistant to print eco summary of income and expenses created in 1.3.1 with index description June estimates on 30th of June 2022 with amounts. So they want you to print the report writer, the one that you just created. So here is one or more reports. Can you see it? You click next. And now you must be very careful here. You select your report. As it mentioned there, it says the June estimates. Do you see? So this is the one that you have created. Okay. And I'm going to keep it to print to screen, and then from there we'll be able to print it. Your run period will not be period 1, because period 1 is May. Do you see? So you must make sure that you choose the correct period, which is June. I'm guided by the question paper. Do you see it says there on 30th of June 2022? Have you noticed that? Show 0 lines? Yes. Do you follow? So show 0 lines? Yes. Now, guys, what I'm reminding you, and to be careful of your periods. You remember in N4 we always had that, we have that concerns there. Here it is 02. Okay, and you click next. Are you okay so far? So we chose number 9. We went to screen. We've got the correct period. We ticked show 0 lines. Now we're going to go next. Okay, now we're going to go to next. And what are we going to do now? We're going to click what? We're going to click process, and there it is now. Let's wait. Here it is your report writer. That's worth 21 marks. So what it did was it used all your information that you have, and it used this figures. You remember this April 22 June, you remember the variance amount that you typed in? Are you following me? And that's what I was mentioning to you now. Okay, now if you look at this lines, look here, look at this lines here. This is a single line. You will find that if you look at the question paper, it says _SC. See that? And here is a double line. This will be for what? Underscore DC. This is _SC. Do you see it? And underscore DC. So DC gives you a double line. And all you're going to do now is click print. And obviously you'll have your driver set up and you'll be ready to print your work. And it's done and dusted. That's your 21 marks. Let's get the 6 marks. Now pay attention to the 6 marks, guys. Pay attention to it. Let me show you now again. Start. Read the information. 1.3.3. A report format. Now, you need to be very careful here. Do you see another print here? That one. This is a print for the report format. You following? So that is why you will select it. A report format. Now, what is the report format? A structure, correct? That's the template that you have created, and it's giving you 6 marks. Why not? We click next. We have to be careful that we don't just allow the computer to make its decision. You must ensure that you select number 9, June estimates. Okay? And you're going to click next and process, and this is your report format that you had typed. Remember line 1, line 2, line 3. Remember all these that you typed in. See, CM03 _ SC, you recall? And that is 6 marks. That is a lot of marks. Let's be straightforward about it. Guys, on that basis, I meant to have told you that you can easily score a good fair amount of marks, if not total, in Pascal Partner. That's my input for you. Thank you so much.